Hey everybody, it's your girl Bree Danielle. I'm coming back at you with another tutorial today. So today I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks as to how to blend out your shadows, specifically matte eyeshadows. I'm going to be doing a detailed eye look, so if you want to learn how I blend my eyeshadows and things like that, just keep on watching. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump right into the tutorial. So today I'm going to be recreating a look from my girl Deandra Michelle. I'll import the picture right up here. So for Black History Month on my Instagram, for the next few days, I'm going to be recreating a look from a different Black creator each day, just because I really want to shout out the Black influencer community. And we got some dope, talented makeup artists. And I just feel like what better way to show love than to, you know, recreate the look, shout you out, show your picture and things like that. So today I'm going to be recreating my girl Deandra's look because it was absolutely fierce and flawless. So I'm going to jump right in and show you guys how I'm doing that. So I already did my skin off camera. If you want to know how I get my base like this, then go ahead and check out my flawless base routine. I'll make sure I link that down below so you can click that, as well as I did my eyebrows too, so you can check out my eyebrow tutorials as well. But as far as my eyes, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into that. So the first thing you're going to want is some type of concealer or eyeshadow primer, eyeshadow base, whatever you prefer. I find that concealer works just fine. Eyeshadow bases, to me, are just kind of overrated when they all do the same thing. If you're using like super duper bright or pigmented colors and you really want them to pop, I would suggest using like a lighter shade of concealer, even a white concealer if you choose to. For this look, it's more of like a neutral, natural brown type of look. So I'm just going to use some light brown concealer. I'm going to go in with the Benefit concealer. I'm just going to pop this right onto my eyelids. I'm just going to blend that down. I'm going to use my Real Techniques concealer brush to just blend that down onto my eye. And you just want to make sure that you blend it into the creases of your eyes so that your eyeshadow doesn't look like super creasy if you have creases in your eyes naturally like I do. So for the eyes today, I'm going to be using my Glam Light palette. This is the chocolate donut palette, which is super duper cute, shaped just like a donut. So this is like a really pretty neutral type of palette. And I'm going to go into this to create the look for today. So the first color I'm going to use this dark brown shade right here. I think it's called, yeah, it's called Double Chocolate. I'm going to start with this color as the base for my eye look. So when I do my eyeshadow, I like to start with the darkest color first as my base, and then I like to just kind of like build off of that, if that makes sense. So I'm using my Morphe E17 brush. It looks like this. It's kind of like a firm shadow brush. You want to use something that's kind of firm to go ahead and plop down your base. So I'm going to apply this in like a C shape, starting on my outer corner of my eye. And if you notice, I just use tapping motions to apply my eyeshadow. I don't swipe and I don't do circular. I just tap it right down. Then that way I have like full control over where the eyeshadow goes. And I'm going to go ahead and create a C. I like to take it almost all the way over to my inner corner, but not quite for this look. If you do your eyeshadow after your face like I do and you're worried about fallout getting onto your base, you can always put down a little bit of setting powder. That will help that if anything falls on your face, you can dust it away. I've been doing it for so long that I don't really have too many issues with fallout, but I thought I would just give you guys that tip. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of diffuse the dark chocolate color that I put. So I'm going to go ahead and use this color here, which is Chocolicious. I'm just going to tap my brush into it really lightly. And this is my Morphe 433 brush. And I'm going to go ahead and tap this around the dark brown. And that will just slightly smoke the color out. And you can add as much color as you would like to. I'm going to add a little bit more. But you always want to start light-handed and build the colors up, because if you start with too much, it's a little bit harder to reverse that, versus if you don't have enough, it's way easier to just add some on. But you see how by just tapping that on, how it just blends the colors together by itself? I don't have to do anything fancy. It's literally just blending it itself. And then if you notice that the colors, if you're losing some of the color payoff, you just go back and forth between the darker and the lighter color, like I'm about to do. So I'm just adding some more of that dark brown color so I can make sure I don't lose any of that when I blend them together. It's really a big game of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and add a little bit of concealer. So I'm going to use that Benefit concealer that I used on my eyelid. I'm going to go ahead and just apply that onto the inner corner of my eye. I'm using like a chunky eyeshadow brush. This is from Beauty Marked & Co. And I'm just going to stamp my eye just like this. And we're going to kind of fake a cut crease, because I'm not doing a cut crease. I'm just adding on some base so I can apply this color a little bit lighter. So this part absolutely does not have to be perfect, because we're going to blend it all together. Like I said, it's not a cut crease, but just adding this base makes it a little bit easier to apply the color. So I'm going to go back into the Glam Light palette, and I'm going to go right into this color called Sweet Filling. And I'm using a fluffy Morphe brush. This is the Morphe 505 brush. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that right on top of where I put the eyeshadow base. Still using tapping motions to apply that right on top. And I'm just adding another layer just so I can really make that tan pop. Then we're going to go back in with the dark brown and kind of like smoke it out around my eye and just make it a little bit deeper. It's all about the back and forth to make the blend look just how you want it. And I'm just tapping that on and adding that brown to make it look a little bit deeper. Okay, so I want to deepen up the dark brown just a little bit more. So I'm going to add a black. Anytime you want to make your colors appear a little bit more deep, black is definitely the color for you. So I'm going to go into my Morphe and Madison Beer palette, and I'm just going to, if I can open it, I'm just going to use a little bit of this black right here. I'm using that same Morphe brush. I just cleaned it off. I have a little sponge brush cleaner. And I'm just going to apply a little bit. You see I'm tapping it off. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of black to the outer corner of my eye. Just a little bit. That little bit of black, I'm telling you, will change the whole look. So just a little bit is needed. And if you do too much, like I did here, it's okay. You can always fix it by blending some more. So I'm just correcting where I messed up, adding a little bit more concealer so I can add some of that tan brown on top. So never feel bad when you make those mistakes, because they can always be fixed. It's just makeup. All right, so I'm going to add some liner. I'm not doing like a full wing. I'm doing like kind of like a cheat wing. So it's going to appear like I'm drawing a full wing, but I'm going to stop at my outer corner of my eye, and I'm going to blend that all in using eyeshadow. So I'm going to use my Morphe Felt Tip Liquid Liner. Looks like this. And I'm just going to draw on my liner almost like I'm doing a wing. I love this method way more than wing liner. It's so much easier and it's pretty. So I'm gonna stop my wing right here while I'm like close to like the dark brown part of my eye, and I'm gonna stop there. So I'm gonna go back into my Morphe and Madison Beer palette and go back into some black, and I'm just going to smoke this eyeshadow, this eyeliner into the black eyeshadow, so it kind of like meshes and you can't tell where I left off. It's such an easy way to cheat your eyeliner. Like, you see how pretty that is, and you didn't even have to go through all the work and the long steps to draw a wing liner, because listen, a wing liner will take me all day. Okay, so that's that for the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and add some lashes. These are from Mink by Bink. They're in the style Kenya. And that is the finished look, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope you guys really like the way this look turned out. Don't forget to keep up with me on my other social media platforms, especially Instagram, if you want to see my recreations for the remainder of the month of February. We are going to celebrate Black History Month and shout out to all the Black creators. And I can't wait to get into more recreations from my fellow Black creators. Make sure you guys check out my girl Deandra Michelle. She is bomb. Her makeup looks are all that. So make sure you check her out on Instagram, and definitely make sure you go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you're not already. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and leave your girl a comment if these are the type of videos that you want to see from me. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.